Yo, what is going on? YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you at, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Sway, back with another video. And I ain't gonna make this video long, make it real quick. But what I'm gonna talk about is some of the experiences that I've had in dreams. And I call them experiences. You know, like the video if you know where I'm going with this one. So, yeah. Tried to upload this video many times. I've always run into issues trying to upload this, what I'm about to talk about. I got a ton to talk about. But real quick, man, you know, as a child, I've always had these dreams or these experiences, you know, where, you know, you have what they call shadow people. You know what I'm saying? I've seen tons of them as a child. Started seeing them first when I was a child. But I've also seen some other things, you know, as I've gotten older and had these experiences. But the one dream in particular, experience in particular, I want to talk about is, you know, yours or Yahweh's or the Most High's messengers. Okay, so what does a messenger look like? You know, if you go to Revelation, and, you know, they describe the Lamb, Jesus, Yeshua. You know, they describe the Lamb and how his skin was bronze. And the hair was woolly. You know, like his skin was almost on fire. So, a few years back, I want to say about 4 years ago. You know, this nice cushion, about 4 years ago, I had an experience or a dream where, you know, I'm just there in this room, like this conference room type of setting, hardwood floors. You know, there was projector screen in this room. There's a big old projector screen in this room. And I'm not the only one in this room. There are other people in this room. So I'm looking around in this conference room type setting. I'm looking around, and man, everybody was just so happy. Everybody was happy, hugging, crying. I mean, it was a joyful experience. It was something good was happening. It was very joyful. And I was like, man, what in the world? What's going on? Is what I wanted to know. Like, what's going on? So I'm seeing all of these people hugging and crying and, you know, just being very happy and cheerful. Like something just happened. Like they just got all their sins dropped or something. Or somebody, they hit the lottery or something, man. Something's going on. So I was like, what? So as I look kind of towards my right, you know, I see the people and I see the projector screen. I see all this stuff. And then I turn back center. And man, when I turned back center and saw two individuals right there, man, good gracious of life. I knew those people were not from around where I was from. Because they didn't all the way look like us. And that's what I want to explain, man. Like these two individuals, the first thing that stuck out to me with these individuals was their skin. So their skin, and they were just standing away from everybody else. They wouldn't, you know, hugging or, you know, near anyone. It was just in the middle, kind of per se, you know, by themselves. There's two of them. And their skin really stuck out where, man, it's so hard to explain how they look, how the skin looked, because it almost looked like it was glowing, but it wasn't glowing though. It was like it looked like burning. I looked up the temperament and it almost looked like burning. It was like a burning brass type of temperament, like a temperament of burning brass, temperature of burning brass. Is what it was. So I'm looking at these two individuals and I'm like, wow. You know, I ain't never seen nothing like that. I ain't never seen people with skin like that before in my life. And it was a lady and it was a little boy. A lady and a little boy. And I kind of approached him. I was maybe, 6 feet, maybe like 6 feet from him, somewhere around there. And I mean, I just walked up to him, man, and they didn't say a word to me, and I didn't say a word to them. I just wanted to get a good look at them. Like, who are you? And it was this lady, and it was a little boy. And well, I'm gonna describe the lady. The lady had on all white. She had this all white type of, like a Middle Eastern type of dress per se, but nothing was exposed on her, like her cleavage, her shoulders. None of it was exposed. Like, it was all proper on her. And her hair was like a short hairdo. She had like a short hairdo. And I mean, like, she just came out of the salon. And I was like, wow, girl, you look good. You look good. And she was a little taller than I am. I'm like 5'7", 5'8", so she was around about 5'9", 5'10". So, she was a little taller than me. She was slender lady. But her skin really, the skin was crazy. The dress was proper. And her hair was proper. She didn't have any jewelry on at all. She was just, the white dress and crazy looking skin. And then a little boy I saw. Now, don't laugh at this, but the little boy that I saw, he didn't have a t-shirt on. No lie, man. He didn't have a t-shirt on. And he had these all white trunks on. Like these trunks that was all white trunks. He had no shoes on. And the crazy thing about him was his hair was nappy, was peasy, like buckshot peasy. Like, if he was a little messenger in heaven, man, they ain't got no barbers up there, man. I'm telling you, they ain't got no, but they got hairstylists, because she was looking good and proper with her hair. But he had little butt shots in his head, man. He did. It's very woolly. He had really not thick wool, but like a like, how black, you're black, you understand what I'm saying? Like them short haircuts, brush cut type, peasy brush haircut type hair. You know what I'm talking about? So, crazy thing, he was dancing. So like I said, everybody in the room, it was happy, they was joyful or whatever, and he was down, he was boogieing too, man. He was just dancing and getting down. And he had, like I said, he had the crazy looking skin, like a burning brass type skin, and she did too. And they had on white, all white. So I wasn't afraid of them or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't, like I said, they didn't say a word to me, and I didn't say a word to them. So we're just kind of all right there in the, in the middle of this conference room area. And I probably stayed in front of them probably about, I don't know, about 5 or 6 seconds. You know what I'm saying? About 5 or 6 seconds. I kind of got a good look at them, man, and kind of just moseyed on along, because I want to know what's going on. So I walked past them, the two individuals. I walked past them. And I go into, I didn't go into, I walk outside. And I walk outside, man, it's clear. It's clear outside. It's evening. Like, you can see the street lights are coming on. And the cars are parked. It's nothing moving. I look up in the sky, nothing crazy going on in the sky. The sky isn't broken open or anything like that. Fire and hailstorm and all this kind of craziness that you've heard about Armageddon in the last days and all this. I ain't seen none of that. It was very calm. And that lets you know that Yahuwah is a God of order. If nothing was out of order when I walked outside, as you would think when I walked outside. There was one thing that stuck out to me when I walked out there. So I'm looking at the cars parked on the road, and they're all fine. But as I look again directly